Hello, Jury. Welcome to Only Slightly Judgy podcast. We're your hosts. He's Aiden and I'm Sean. And this is your local cinema podcast where we obsess over all things fiction and media related. And for today's episode, we're going to take a break from the tinfoil hat conspiracy theories and doom and gloom of our previous episode and instead move on to something fun, lighthearted, and most importantly, something that we are both extremely passionate about, the DC universe.
Yeah.
And just to clarify a bit, the DCU, as we're going to mention it a lot this episode, refers to the newly started DC a media universe which is headed by James Gunn on the creative side and Peter Safran on the business side. Yeah.
Yes, sir. It's about time that DC started winning. Let me just start off by saying that. We've had how many years, Man of Steel came out when? 2012. We've had about
Yeah.
10, we've had about more than 10 years of headache and disappointment, and now we are finally getting what we deserve.
Yeah, it's just been such a long it's such a long slump while Marvel is just like picking up win after win. It's just although we do like both, it's it hurts to see, man. It hurts to see.
But it's DC's turn. It's DC's turn. Yes.
We used to pray for times like these.
We used to pray for times like these, and it's finally happening. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about DCU, the DCU. Let's talk about James Gunn, about his vision. I think it's going pretty great so far with the 3 projects that's come out already.
Yeah, I would say obviously we know that the 3 projects that came out, namely Creature Commandos, Superman, and Peacemaker, have both been directly done from start to finish by James Gunn himself, and that's when you really start to see a lot of his style present in these projects. It'll be interesting because next year's lineup has completely zero involvement, direct involvement from him.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Exactly. Yeah, and I would say I think a very big part of James Gunn's creative vision is it's so unique to his style. Even if he's not being super involved, I would say the timeline in which the projects have been lined up, I think it's really good, and it's something that I think audiences are really excited to see. I think Superman was great. Peacemaker, Creature Commandos, solid shows. But let's look at what's going on more. As of recording this, the Supergirl trailer dropped this morning. Thoughts, Sean?
First of all, I would of course have to mention that up until a few months ago, it was supposed to be titled Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, and that's the title of the comic it's based from. I think a 6 to 8 episode run by Tom King writing and Bilquis Evely on the art. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. The art is just for me, I read that maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and the art is just incredible. It is striking. It is unique.
I started issue 1 today. It's so good.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
good.
the art is really good. A lot of the backdrops have as much detail put into it as the foreground.
Yeah.
And it's just it's such a big departure from what we expect from standard comic booky art. It's just amazing to read.
It's you remember when James first talked about the DCU lineup, and then he titled it Superman Legacy, and then later on he changed it to just Superman. Now Supergirl getting the same treatment is so funny.
It's probably because he wanted to do Man of Tomorrow, so it would be
yes.
really bad if he did Woman and then Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
The comic is great. It's my go-to recommendation if people asking me how to get into DC side of comics. Yeah, and another great thing is also a completely standalone comic.
Yeah.
The movie's gonna have Lobo in it, but the comic has exactly zero known characters other than just Supergirl and Crypto.
Yeah.
It's just such a breath of fresh air and a great place to start expanding that side of the lore.
Exactly. But I think I paused that trailer must have been 50 times to see that 2.5 second frame of Jason Momoa
Yeah.
Lobo. I was like, oh my god, it's him. He's finally here.
Yeah. It's like a lot of people are gonna be saying like, oh, Jason Momoa was born to play Lobo, when in fact like they do not know that like the character was created based on him.
Yeah, didn't he? I'm pretty sure I saw this interview where he was like, he went to audition, for like Justice League or whatever, and he thought he was auditioning for Lobo, and they were like, what? No, it's Aquaman, and he was like, oh, I've been scammed.
Yeah, it's just like he himself knows that like that's the character that suits him the best, because it literally was created based on his like likeness and personality. So it oh, it fits. Yeah, of course it fits. That's the point.
I want to hear the voice. I'm so excited to hear his voice. Like, especially
Yeah.
with, if I want to hear him say the main man. If he says the main man, I'm gonna scream in the cinema. It's gonna be so good.
Should I like fragging?
Oh, let's
It-
fragging
I
go.
want to show that. Yeah, and in the trailer in general, though, the one thing I would say is that like for me, it doesn't like maybe they haven't shown it, but it doesn't have that same like visual style to it, especially when you're talking about like, the cosmic parts, or just like like backgrounds, planets.
It feels very very space cop adventure-y kind of thing.
Yeah, it feels like a space western, like from what they have shown.
Yeah, exactly.
They might be withholding it, but like I would just really love to see how they adapt that sort of like otherworldly, like flora and fauna, that kind of stuff that is depicted in like
Yeah.
every panel.
I don't like how many people are saying, oh, it looks exactly like Guardians of the Galaxy. It does not. Just because it takes place in space doesn't mean it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean like that isn't even like I don't get how that's supposed to be like an insult. It's like
Yeah.
it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like, oh, what? Yeah, like the best trilogy
They're
in
like,
the
oh my
MCU.
gosh, she has the Walkman headphones. Okay, so Star-Lord owns the Walkman headphones now. Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like story-wise, it feels like they're going for like a very by the book adaptation of the comic.
It feels as though it's gonna be very chaotic, which I like. But I also feel like you saw the clips of like the Krypton scene. I feel like that's gonna hit me in the feels so hard.
Yeah, was that like Kandor, the bottled city of Kandor?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was, yeah, because they're like it's like covering itself and separating itself from like the rest.
Yeah.
Trailer, yeah, I thought it looked great. It's a completely different feeling from like seeing the Superman trailer for the first
Yeah.
time. Like that one just like washes over you.
This
one
one
is
just
like
feels like fun.
yeah, it will be.
Yeah, I think that's
feel
just
like-
the chaotic nature. I think that's the chaotic nature of Supergirl that they want to adapt, and I'm fine with that,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, it's about time like people start realizing that there's like facets to these characters, Yeah, and Millie Alcock, like from the few scenes that we have seen, I think she does great. Like
Yeah.
this sort of like yeah.
Bro, I was like watching some of her scenes, then I was listening to some of her lines. Then I watched an interview, and then I forgot she's British. So when I started the interview, she started talking. I was like, whoa! I was taken aback.
She's Australian actually, I think.
Oh, is she Australian? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
my bad.
I think
Wow.
I think so.
But like,
Yeah,
I didn't watch House of the Dragon, which is her breakout. But according to people I have talked to, apparently she was very very good in House of the Dragon. And apparently, what's the director's name of Supergirl?
Great question.
Craig something. I don't remember his name. But I remember reading an article, and he was like, I watched House of Dragon, and I saw that, and he's like, that's Supergirl. So yeah, I'm really
Right, right.
interested to see.
Oh, you were saying? Go on.
I'm really interested to see what they do with this. It looks so fun. It looks so good. Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like it's gonna be like plain fun or expanding that side of the lore.
Yeah.
And like speaking of the director, I'm actually like, I would like to see like a bit more involvement from the director instead of like James Gunn taking over most of the marketing. Because like to be fair, he does have like the biggest following, and it's like very clearly the figurehead of the DCU.
What else has this guy directed?
Yeah, I haven't done the research.
Let me Google that right now. Directed by Craig Gillespie. Okay, Wikipedia, tell me who this man is. Oh, he did Dumb Money. He's the director for Dumb Money. Yo,
Wow,
that's fire.
I didn't even know his name.
He's the director for Dumb Money. I, Tonya. Okay. Cruella, like the remake. Oh. Oh, this guy has an impressive resume. Wow. Okay, the fact that he did I, Tonya and Dumb Money has sold me. Like, yes, absolutely. Direct all my movies, yes.
Yeah, and James Gunn has said before that he doesn't want DC to have like a company style similar to how like unlike how like Marvel has
that formula.
Just going for like something different, and it's refreshing to see.
Yeah, I want like it only feels right for every character movie to feel different because they are different characters.
Yeah, so they're going for like the character driven, like the director driven, creative vision route. It will be interesting to see.
Yeah.
Because like that sort of like mix and match is also how like comics gets built up and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like how I expect Superman to be a movie of hope. I expect Supergirl to be this chaotic young adult running around. How I expect Clayface to be like a noir, darker kind of nitty gritty kind of movie. Speaking of Clayface, that I have very, very high hopes for that project. The actor that they casted is really good. I am a bit surprised that they casted. So here's the thing about Clayface. I don't know if they're gonna have him in a human form. Like there's gonna be one human form that he takes most of the time, and that's just gonna be the actor, or if he's just gonna be CG the whole time.
I think they might. I'm not sure what the synopsis or anything is. I don't think they've released it, but then I think they're going to do like origin. Clayface is usually like failed actor, right?
Yeah, but you know what I hope it is? I hope they do some kind of adaptation of elements from the Clayface One Bad Day issue, because that, in my opinion, is the best issue of that One Bad Day, because it's a whole thing about like Basil, or like that's Clayface's name. Like Clayface wants the limelight and he wants to be in the spotlight for just a second, but then he had to kill a bunch of people to get there. And then one of my favorite panels from that comic is like he's like, no, it's my time. Then he scares a bunch of people, and then in the crowd he sees Bruce Wayne receding into the crowd and he goes, no, and then he runs away. And then there's this such cool like confrontation fight scene in the rain between Batman and Clayface. Like that's what I want Clayface to be.
I think what makes that project like especially promising is the fact that like that wasn't included in his original idea plan. Is like one of the famous like modern horror directors approaching with a script. I'm forgetting who it is. It's like someone like famous in like only the horror circle approaching with a script, and they were like, let's greenlight this immediately. That's immediately promising. Oh, it was Mike Flanagan, like Haunting of Hill House.
I see.
Usher. That's just like such a good time, because like a villain origin story or solo movie for like arguably a second or third rate Batman villain in your original 5 movie roster is like such an interesting choice.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with the amount of body horror that Clayface provides.
Yeah, okay, and I'm pretty sure they got the same. Sorry. I'm pretty sure they got the same makeup people from The Substance.
Oh yes, I saw that banger.
Yeah,
so good, so good. But okay, surely Clayface movie, right? Batman Rogues Gallery, surely, like a cameo of some kind, or like the ending scene of some kind. We get a Batman. Surely.
Yeah, he's got.
Surely, right? Like, I do remember that they were intending to cast an older Batman because they want to do Brave and the Bold, which is Damian, right? So That's why I was confused. I was like, so that means you need to cast an older Batman, and that means you need and that Batman has gone through all 3 Robins already.
Yeah, it's like the amount of implied character development, like just off the fact that it's like you see 1 second of like a 45-year-old Batman, and you immediately like already know like
Yeah.
the established story that he must have gone through.
Yeah. Like I understand when James says like you don't need to see origin stories of these characters anymore because they've just been done to oblivion, right? Like but I think like to go to brush past Dick, Jason and Tim, like that's, I'm not saying that's bad, but that's a very bold move. That is an extremely bold move.
One could even say it's brave and bold.
Ah, man's here with the puns.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just that if they want to do brave and bold, they'll be starting with Damien as Robin, which means that at the very least he has to have like
that means you have to have a Ra's al Ghul and a Talia al Ghul as well.
Yeah, and he has to have like at the very least he has to have trained Dick, work with Dick, and then like slightly disappointed Dick.
Like at that point in time that Damien has arrived, Dick is already Nightwing. He's already graduated from the Teen Titans, and I think Jason's already come back from the dead.
Yeah, so it's like how do you write someone that has already finished Under the Red Hood and still feel like natural for his like first appearance?
Like, oh, speaking of Under the Red Hood, a bit of a tangent. Batman Under the Red Hood I think is the best DC animated movie.
Of the few that I've seen, I'll be inclined to agree. Yeah, it's just like such a good like snapshot of his character as a whole.
I am a very, very big fan of the DC AMU, the animated movie universe. That is that series of Justice League movies, like Justice League War and then Justice League like Throne of Atlantis. Throne of Atlantis is the really, really good Justice League animated movie. And that one also has like the greatest cast. That one has my like other than Kevin Conroy, rest in peace, legend. That Batman voice actor Jason O'Mara is one of my favorite Batman actors. Like he's so good as Batman, and I like just the design of that Batman. But anyway, tangent.
Yeah, it's like Under the Red Hood, amazing. It's like if people would ask me like how do I like what Batman movie do I watch, like the Nolan trilogy or like Pattinson, I would say no, just watch Under the Red Hood.
Just watch Under the Red Hood, bro. Under the Red Hood is better. Is probably better than both of those.
Arguably,
it's a very slippery slope. It's a very slippery slope. But I will say I think I will have a much better time watching Under the Red Hood than the Nolan trilogy.
It is like it's easy to get into, it's accessible, and it's like one and done, right?
Yeah.
So like if you really want to know, like if you know nothing about Batman, Under the Red Hood is great.
Under the Red Hood is a brilliant adaptation of who Batman is, because you have that entire ending sequence between him, Jason, and the Joker, and it's like he just won't kill the Joker no matter how much Jason wants him to, or no matter how much Jason means to him. It's just Batman's character, and that's such a great adaptation of him, and that's what I like about it.
Yeah. So to skip past that character development, and you would also have to have done the Killing Joke, right?
Yeah.
If you're starting with Oracle, yeah.
Oh, you do have to skip past the Killing Joke as well. That's insane. It's crazy. Man.
It's like you want to skip the origin story, that's fair, but you're also skipping like some of the most recognizable single stories of like in fiction.
I think when Damien comes in the comics, I think Tim is leading the Teen Titans, and then Dick is off doing his own Nightwing stuff. So yeah, like there's already so many established pieces in casting an older Batman, and to start with Brave and the Bold.
If you ask me like a bit of a hot take, I would say like it would be acceptable for them to skip Tim just for the purpose of this. Personally, I would say that.
I don't know about you, but I am very impartial to Tim Drake. I think he is the best Robin.
Well, I like him too, but I wouldn't say he's the best. But if you really wanted to write older Batman and have the important Gotham players already ready, I would say like it would be acceptable to speedrun Dick and Jason, like have them be set up as like their current, like, present like versions. But if you want to do Damien, I don't see how they could do Tim.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like if you watched the recent animated movie Son of Batman, where they did adapt Brave and the Bold in animation, there was no, they skipped Jason and Tim, but Dick was already Nightwing. Yeah, Dick was already Nightwing.
That's right. Like Dick and Jason both have like very established, well-known, current day like versions.
Yeah.
Like that gives you a lot of ground to work from. But Tim is kind of in an awkward spot.
Yeah, Tim is always changing his superhero name. That's the funniest thing. He goes from Robin to Red Robin to what was that one name that he had? It was like a duck name. I don't remember what it was. Yeah, he had some other name, but yeah, he keeps changing superhero names. It's so funny.
They're just not really sure what to do with him, and like it's not entirely unreasonable.
Yeah, because I don't know why, but for writers, Tim is always in that limbo.
Yeah,
that's a good way of putting it. He doesn't ever like progress further than that. I guess also, especially because he's the least famous Robin as well.
Yeah, I guess he would be, and like just from a like out of universe context, I'll say like the three Robins other than Tim play an important part in like Batman's story in general.
Yeah.
Dick teaching him like humanity.
That's fair.
Like, Jason is his like he would consider him like a mistake he made, and Damien is just like gives you more insight into like the League of Assassins side of
Yeah, I think Tim honestly is just there to be, one, a good Robin, and two, a really good son as well. Because after Jason, like Tim is his, like what's the word? It was his like redemption and like trying to be a good father, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and that's just like it's heartwarming. It's like nicely done, smooth.
Yeah.
Like little baggage.
Yeah. Alright, moving on from Batman and Clayface, we also have Lanterns coming up, which we should note has been delayed. I'm pretty sure they pushed it from April to like June, July, I think, somewhere around there. You can probably fact check me on this, but
I'll up later.
It was definitely delayed. It was coming out at a spring release date, and then they pushed it to like I think a summer. No. It had a spring release date, and then they pushed it to after Supergirl. Yes. Yeah. It was gonna come out before Supergirl, but then they pushed it. So my question is, why? But then again, I'm also not complaining. Like, take your time. I don't want the show to be bad. Take all the time you need.
I can't really think of like story reasons they would do it to align with Supergirl, but if you ask me, like the clearest reasons that spring 2026 is packed.
Yeah, it's packed with Invincible, The Boys,
Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil. Yes, Born Again season 2. Yes.
It's just like we could probably do a whole episode about that. Spring 2026 is packed.
Oh my gosh, it's so packed. It's so stacked. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
have you read the Lantern synopsis?
Like the leak, was it leaked?
No.
Like I know, it's just like a road trip type of thing, investigating a murder.
Yeah.
Or low key.
It's John and Hal
worse
on
and stuff.
Earth investigating the murder apparently of Alan Scott, who is the first Green Lantern. Yeah. The first.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just be a great way to introduce Hal and John without going the usual like starting from them being pilots route.
Yeah.
Like they already have like a dynamic here, which is good. And then bringing in Alan Scott, if true, I would like it a lot.
Yeah. Let's talk about the casting. So we have Aaron Pierre as Jon Stewart, and we have Kyle Chandler as Hal Jordan. Now, I was a bit shocked at the Kyle Chandler cast because I'm like, hang on, he's the guy from the Godzilla movies, and he plays like a figure of authority, like almost everything he's in. and I'm like, he's kind of old. They casted a really old Hal Jordan, but I guess they wanted to do the Hal mentoring John thing, which is why he's older. But then again, I would have liked to see a young upstart, up and coming Hal Jordan. Because the thing with Hal Jordan is, I think his major characteristic is that he's cocky and he goes in head first, right? Like, I think one of the best depictions of Hal Jordan's Green Lantern is, sorry, I'm always going back to the DC animated movies because they're just so good. But in The Death of Superman, there's a scene where they're Justice League fighting Doomsday, and then Hal is injured, and then Batman goes, "Hal, don't go back in. You will get hurt and potentially die." And then Hal Jordan goes, "Please, I'm a member of the Green Lantern Corps. We eat monsters like these for breakfast." And I think that's just the best characterization of Hal ever. He's cocky, he always goes in, and that's something I would have liked to see in the live action, but we still might. But I honestly don't think it's likely, which is a bit sad for me. But oh well.
I guess like Hal also has had a lot of time in the spotlight.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
like a more like Jon Stewart is typically like by the books, right?
Yeah.
If he goes like if they write it that way, he could be a good foil to like a young naive Superman.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a point. Like Jon is also like because the thing about Green Lantern is like every Green Lantern has like a different imagination of casting constructs, and like Jon is like the architect. He's like the guy who's always making cranes and stuff. So I think that would be really cool to see, as well.
Yeah.
Like I will say, so one nice thing that I will say about Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern is that the constructs in that movie that the Ring makes are really cool. Like a lot of the time, Ryan Reynolds' Hal Jordan is like just creating miniguns, and like that's just cool, man. Like I will say that that's really fun. So I do hope that with something like Green Lantern, they like have a bit more imagination for the constructs and stuff. And I think we already saw that in Superman with Kai as well.
Yeah. I think honestly after like these few announced projects, I don't think we'll be going back to like the cosmic side anytime soon.
Yeah.
They'll probably set up like the different planets and like Krypton with Supergirl. They will follow through with like the different colored Lantern Corps, and we will probably not revisit that for a while. We'll just
from how it looks, I think Lantern is going to take place majority of the time on Earth.
Yeah. And I think they're just using it as setup. Like I don't see like Jon Stewart being a key part of like their current plan.
Yeah.
To be fair, like we'll get to that later. Yeah.
You know what I want? You know what I want to see in the very, very far future? I want to see a live action Justice League Dark. Right? John Constantine.
Constantine.
Deadman. Etrigan. People like this.
It's gonna take a while.
It's gonna take a very long time, but I really hope they do that. I want that. Yeah.
Go on.
Like I already have two directors that I want to direct something like Justice League Dark. Either James Wan, the guy who directed Aquaman.
Oh yeah.
Because he's a horror director, or Guillermo del Toro.
Oh yeah.
Like Guillermo has pitched Justice League Dark before, and he really wants to do it. So I'm like, give him Justice League Dark, man. Just give it to him.
Justice League Dark. All the characters like I love a lot, and like these are not the most popular characters, but the people who love these characters really love these characters.
Man, John Constantine is like one of the best DC characters ever.
Yeah, easily top 5.
And I don't think you need to cast a new John Constantine. You can cast Matt Ryan. You know who Matt Ryan is, right? Matt Ryan's Constantine.
Slightly familiar.
He played Constantine mostly in CW shows. So like Legends of Tomorrow, things like that. Like he was a very big part of those shows. Matt Ryan's Constantine is incredible. It's even better than Keanu Reeves' Constantine. It's really good. But yeah, that's my 2 cents about Justice League Dark.
It's such a pipe dream. I'd love to see it too.
Yeah. Alright. We should talk about one more movie, which is obviously Man of Tomorrow. This one's gonna be a banger. I can feel it. Have you seen the Brainiac casts?
No, are these like rumors or choices?
They are the front runners.
I feel like you posted this a few days ago.
Yeah.
You?
I definitely
Yeah.
I definitely talked about it. Let me Google it. But I don't remember who the other two are. Oh, I don't know who. There are three. I don't know who one of them. I don't remember who one of them is. But the two of them are Sam Rockwell, which is kind of meh for me. You know who Sam Rockwell is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell or Matt Smith.
Ooh.
I really like Matt Smith as Brainiac. I really like it. It's really cool.
Like cold calculating is just his type of character to play.
Right? Like, I think like most people know Matt Smith from like Doctor Who, right?
Yeah. House of the Dragon is big too.
Oh yeah, he was. Oh, he from his House of the Dragon, character, like his role. I think he plays a good Brainiac there. Cold, like you said, cold and calculating, powerful. I guess for Brainiac, I'm just really looking for presence.
Yeah, he is in control and he knows it. It's just that kind of role.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if he wasn't already in a DC adjacent, if he wasn't already in a DC adjacent project or a Marvel adjacent or the Marvel project, I would cast Chukudi Uji.
Yeah. That's a good actor.
For those of you who don't know, Chukudi Uji played the character Myrn in Peacemaker Season 1, and he played the High Evolutionary in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So he is very well versed with James Gunn and his style. But if he weren't already in those roles, I think he would be an amazing Brainiac. I think him as High Evolutionary proves that, right? High Evolutionary is like the Marvel adjacent of Brainiac, anyway.
Yeah. James Gunn is going to write the character for him. It's going to go down like more or less the same way, and it's not going to be fresh. So it makes sense. Yeah. And Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, it's going to be great. Like the dynamic of like Superman and Lex has really been well established.
Yeah.
Both in character and out of character. Like they could just expand on that and it would just be a hit.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see that character dynamic. It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
But I am still thinking though, like, what do you do with that Lex and Superman and Brainiac? Like, I honestly think that Brainiac and Man of Tomorrow is a bit early. I don't know. Like, okay, I guess there's not much else you can do with Brainiac, I guess. Like, but I don't know. I can't help but feel he's a bit early. Like, I trust whatever they want to do, but like, yeah, I can't help but feel that way.
And is it? I'm not sure if it's a rumor, if it's true, but it's gonna be like one of the first more crossover-centric movies entries in the franchise. Yeah, they're gonna do some sort of Peacemaker-related thing, also, right?
Yeah, I think with Checkmate as well.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see
Checkmate
how that all
is going to be in Man of Tomorrow. In some way,
Yeah,
some capacity, right?
Rick Flag will definitely be there.
Yes, please.
And, I mean, if you're doing Brainiac, we're gonna get like some stuff about Kandor in Supergirl, so the link could be established there.
Oh yeah.
But
That is true. There will be some kind of link established.
Yeah, publicity.
So I'm just looking at more Brainiac fan casts for the fun of it. People like Ralph Fiennes for Brainiac, which I can see. But there's no way we make him play another bald head villain, right?
Yeah, I feel like most of these are people just going like, since he's done one successful popular fictional villain, he can do another.
David Dasmalchian. He's already Polka Dot Man. Like, stop. He could do it though. He could do it. Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaac is like Lucius Malfoy, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think that's
Jason
just
Isaacs would make a better Magneto than Brainiac.
oh yeah.
He would be
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a good Magneto. Oh, someone put Giancarlo Esposito.
No, you can't keep doing that. At some point, it just has to stop.
Stop giving the man villain roles. I would love to see Giancarlo be Professor X. Have you seen that popular casting of Giancarlo as Professor X and then Denzel Washington as Magneto? Because
No, I haven't, but that makes so much.
then you do the dark skin light skin comparative.
Yeah, but like I think that will work like very well in like the acting side. But you just know that's not gonna survive like a day on the internet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, about Man of Tomorrow. I guess. Yeah, what else can you say about it? It just depends on like what kind of setup they do in next year's projects.
We're kind of flying blind here because we don't know that much about it anyway.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't even know what it's adapting, because
Yeah. What are the chances of
the only Brainiac thing that that I can think of, the first thing that comes to mind is Injustice 2, and that's it.
Brainiac is just like I guess like in terms of like fiction, he's kind of like a standard villain, you know, like
Yeah,
like
he's
an
not.
next
I don't.
threat.
He's not a big,
Like,
huge. He's not Darkseid. I don't think.
yeah.
Maybe I just haven't
And-
read that much of him, but he's no Darkseid.
Like from what I know, he just doesn't seem like the kind of guy you would keep around, build up. If they're gonna use him, it's probably one and done.
Yeah, I would rather use like villains like Mongol than Brainiac, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like something purely physical, like as a threat, just so we can see like the dynamics of the protagonist and explore that more. Sounds more interesting to me on paper.
So TLDR for the DCU, we are very excited to see more, but James Gunn, Peter Safran, take all the time that you need. We want it to be perfect. We don't want any more disappointments.
Yeah, do you want to do like rumors, like stuff that has been like soft announced but not confirmed? Stuff like Dynamic Duo or
Hasn't that been
Titans.
confirmed?
Yeah, but like
It's
you know,
already
like the
in development?
typical way you go with this is that like unless like casting news or like first day of shooting kind of thing comes out, you typically don't assume the thing is like set in stone.
That's fair, but I thought Dynamic Duo, it's supposed to be a stop motion thing, no?
Yeah, it is. It feels like
That's
kind
so
of like
cool, by the way.
an artistic project rather than just like a universe building project, which is good also.
Yeah. Oh, there is also James talked a lot a while ago about Booster Gold.
Oh yeah, I feel like that would be a passion project of his.
Sorry, this is a PSA to all the internet memers. I know I love Shane Top from Smosh as well, but man, stop the whole Shane Top Booster Gold thing, please. Like, it's not realistic. Honestly, Glenn Powell was my Booster Gold.
Booster Gold, yeah. If he does it, it would purely be because he thinks the character is fun and it's just in his ballpark.
Like Hangman from Top Gun Maverick, that's Booster. That's just straight up Booster. With a little bit more heart, that's Booster.
Yeah, and Booster Gold actually has had a bit of a focus this year, right? If you're looking at stuff like DCKO, and like Booster Gold was heavily involved in like the build up to that with the Darkseid Legion and like Superman, the Flash. Just like
Also, I think to do Booster well, I think you also need a Ted Cord up in the mix. You need a good Ted Cord. I do remember that. Remember for the Jolo Maradona Blue Beetle movie, like they were going to put Ted Cord in it, and then they just wrote him out. And apparently, the person they were going to get for Ted Kord was Jason Sudeikis.
Ooh,
Ted Lasso.
like
Yeah.
that.
I think that's a
That's
banger cast.
the Blue Beetle is still canon from like 2023.
Yes, it still is. I
Yeah,
I don't know where we're gonna see him next.
yeah.
Like none of
It's
the
like
projects I'm seeing, maybe other than Booster Gold, like none of them like kind of include Blue Beetle. So
yeah. It's just like DC doesn't have like a signature like setting. You have like the tech and futuristic stuff happening on one side, the grounded like military street level stuff. You have the cosmic stuff, and then you have the Justice League stuff all going on at the same time.
yeah, for sure. I
Yeah,
am
and
kind of surprised at the lack of Wonder Woman. Although
yeah,
there was they are doing Paradise Lost.
I've never heard anything about it after the initial announcement, but that's been years.
Yeah, that was like
I wouldn't. They're
three
not
two two 3
moving.
years ago. Like James said that they were doing Paradise Lost. I think that's mainly Athena centric and Artemis. But
It's a Hippolyta thing.
it is a
Into it.
Hippolyta thing, yeah. But yeah. But also like casting Wonder Woman is really hard as well.
Yeah.
Because you need
Oh,
a tall
some of-
woman. You need a tall woman who can act. That's why Gal Gadot was physically she was a good cast for Wonder Woman because she was tall and she was like she's very what's the word? She has a lot of presence. So it's because she was tall, she was a very good physical cast for Wonder Woman. Sad thing is she can't act. So
Ooh,
sorry, shade thrown, but yeah. I mean,
yeah, I'm kind of biased.
Wonder Woman 84,
so
those are some Arnold Schwarzenegger lines, bro. Like, that delivery is insane.
I'm kind of biased towards like Wonder Woman just because like the amount of attention she gets compared to the other two members of the Big Three is just like so disappointing.
Yeah, like, she's such a compelling character. It's like, I think she's so fun and you can do so much of it. That's why I think, like, the first DCEU Wonder Woman movie was actually good. It was actually good, in my opinion. Like,
I'm gonna be honest, I watched it on a plane, and it was such a good plane movie.
it is a very good plane movie, yeah. Like, I remember seeing it for the first time, I was like, wow. I did not think we could do Wonder Woman this well on the big screen. Like, this is so good. Especially for, in that day and age, for a female solo lead movie. Like, it was incredible. Like, because those were not popular when Wonder Woman released at all. So, like, now with, like, we got things like Barbie and stuff. So, it's good that those things are now more common, but I want more Wonder Woman. Give me more Wonder Woman.
Yeah. If you're talking like a general approach to their DC universe, it just seems to be like taking their time setting stuff up. And I hope like they don't get too much pressure from like the corporate side to speed things up, because like you just need to let the ingredients marinate for a
That
bit.
was the problem with the DCEU, is that they rushed it.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like if you rush DC.
Yeah, it just has like I would say it covers like the basics of DC covers a lot more ground than the basics of Marvel.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you
DC
saw that
is
with like the
much
MCU,
more
right?
character driven than
Yeah.
Marvel. Marvel's very story driven, very story based.
Yeah, we saw that with like the MCU, where all they had to do was set up Shield, and they already had their work done for them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's like
it took them like what, 3 movies and 2 years? No, not 3. 4 movies and 10 years to get to the Avengers. Which, by the way, is a C tier team out of Marvel's IP.
Yeah.
Mostly because
The way-
Marvel doesn't have money and they had to sell off all their famous IPs.
Yeah, and the way that they did it was like, especially at the time, something like that had basically never been done before, and they did it so seamlessly, just because like
Yeah.
a lot of these characters just have a lot of like overlap both in like thematics and also in universe. While with DC, you just do not have that.
I have never been so like grateful that DC never had to sell off any of their IPs. Can you imagine like Superman in the hands of Disney? Like,
Yeah. Just get like with the DCU, like the one like quality is subjective, but the one thing you're certainly getting is like passion for comics. Like
yes.
James Gunn wanted to be a comic writer before he got into film. Like that is definitely there.
Like, like when are people going to learn that getting? When are studios going to learn that getting directors or like writers who are passionate about the source material to make those movies? Like that's what happens when you have, what's his name? Brian something, I don't remember. The guy who did all the Fox X-Men movies. Like, I don't remember his name. It was Brian something. But that's what happens when you get someone who doesn't like the source material to direct those movies.
Yeah, I mean, and he also turned out to be a shitty person.
Yeah,
So it's like-
yeah, exactly. And he also turned out to be a terrible person. So, yeah. Since we're talking about comics, let's quickly go into that tangent. I think on the side of comics for DC, we are eating so well this year.
knocking it out of the park with like the recent stuff.
Like, I'm just looking at my list here. DCKO, Matt Fraction's Batman, the recent Green Lantern Corps run, John Williamson's Superman run that led into KO, and then had the whole you read the whole Superboy Prime thing?
Yeah, I did.
It was so good, man. It was so good.
It's just they're knocking it out of the park, and like especially with the absolute stuff, that really like propelled them to the
Absolute
front.
Universe is
Like
insane.
yeah,
I think it is
you can
one of the best, if not the best thing on the comic market right now.
yeah. Other than indie, I would say it definitely is the best.
Yeah.
With knowledge of only DC and Marvel, yeah. And it's just like without Absolute Batman, it would not be at the place that they are at right now.
Okay.
Because-
Real quick. Rank all the absolute runs.
Oh, should I start?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Go bottom up.
yeah, we go bottom up, right? Give me a second. Like top 3 is like solid. Bottom 3 anytime. I'll say my least favorite absolute run is Absolute Green Lantern.
Okay. Yes.
Like, I think the 7 issues that I've read, it is just it doesn't click for me. And it's not a case of me not understanding like the non-linear story.
Mhm.
That one is clear, but the things that they're doing in terms of like creativity and the story they end up telling, it doesn't click for me.
Okay.
Absolute Green Lantern, yeah. After that, we would have Absolute Flash.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go Absolute Flash, where this version of Wally West is just not that interesting, and like I would much rather learn about like Barry Allen and like their version of the Speed Force.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also a core gimmick of the Absolute Universe where you wildly reinvent villains and side characters is not really there. The rogues are the rogues just with like different clothes.
And different like moved around names.
Yeah, and fourth I would say this is where it starts getting slightly close.
Yeah.
The fourth one I would say is Absolute Superman,
Mm-hmm.
where they had, if I'm not wrong, they had 12 straight issues of just Superman, Ra's al Ghul, and Brainiac.
Yeah.
Yeah. 12 straight issues of that, and it just kept like, at first I thought it was really interesting, but then it kept ping-ponging between like, oh no, like the corporate, like the corporation is out to like destroy everyone.
Yeah.
Superman is out to like protect or like avenge them, and like it's just like it's always the same thing, you know. It's like collateral damage, and then like Lois Lane and the agents are coming to like swoop in and like clean up stuff.
Yep.
And it just took quite a while to like get his foot on the ground.
You don't like that they were ping-ponging between what's happening now and then going back to still tell his origin and what happened to Krypton and all that stuff.
It's just like the parallels between Krypton and what's happening on Earth, that part was really nice. But when it started getting solely into like Earth and Brainiac focus, it was just like every issue he just takes a ton of damage, and then like someone would try to teach him the same lesson, or he would learn the lesson and he rests, and then the next episode he goes back to like
Yeah,
cause more
I will say he gets beat so much in the comics.
actually. Yeah. Number 3 would be, this is a tough one. Number 3 and number 2 are practically even for me, but number 3 I'll go with Absolute Wonder Woman. Just such a cool version of one of my favorite DC characters, and the entire supporting cast is great also. You have like the Cheetah, but it's just Barbara, and you have like Steve Trevor, Etta, and also it takes a different approach, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, instead of fighting villains, it's like she's like learning more about her place in this world.
Yeah.
And then you cut that with like her origin, which is now like hell, literal hell. It's like, it's so cool. And a lot of myth stuff gets me also. It's like I'm biased towards like Greek myth and stuff.
Yeah.
So all that just worked for me. And number 2, we would have Absolute Batman. Just like the cornerstone of the Absolute Initiative, with like the craziest reinventions, epic panels, great art, great story. And Scott Snyder's also like technically like one of the masterminds of the whole Absolute universe, so it makes sense that he's on this book. And obviously, like every time they do something, it goes sort of viral, right? Yeah. The whole thing is like,
say Scott Snyder is to DCU what Jonathan Hickman is to Marvel.
oh, with like Ultimates.
Not just that. It was just being like one of their cornerstone writers.
Yeah, and just like without Absolute Batman, it sort of was like the blueprint, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was really the first pitch also, and they just go to like such great lengths where it's like, how did this even get past ratings? It's just like, I'll read it just because of like every issue it gets crazier, and like
How did it
they
get
really
past
twist
the Comics Code Authority? How?
thing and like supporting character like completely on its head, and that's just like fun to see. Yeah, it's a pure like, yes, oh yeah, give me more of this.
And
you know,
you're number one. I knew you're number one before the ranking even started. So
I've been saying this basically ever since issue 2 or 3.
yeah.
Number 1 is Absolute Martian Manhunter by a mile. It's like Batman and Wonder Woman are like,
I know you.
both
I
like
know you
great.
love it so much.
I just like, oh, it's glorious. It's glorious. It is like, for someone who has been reading comics for only 3 years, this is like the very best of what the medium has to offer. Where it's like, you simply cannot do this in like, even you can't even make it a web comic, because like it is so reliant on the fact that like the comic layout with like pages, panels.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You have to read it.
I have read it.
I mean, like, everyone just has to
Everyone
read
watching, yes, everyone watching has to read it. Yes.
I need to get my hands on like the physical copy and read it all again. It's just glorious.
Would you get?
Martian
You would
Man-
definitely get volume 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. It's already out, I think. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
is
like,
it?
Martian Manhunter is, it's not a character that a lot of people have like knowledge of. To be fair, I didn't have like I didn't know a lot about him either. So they have like sort of a blank canvas to tell this completely unreliant on being a DC story, and just take it and run with it. And wow, it's glorious. Glorious. Yeah. That's all that's about all.
How much
Yeah,
you
I've
love it.
been ranting too long. It's like I've been posting about this so much ever
Yeah,
since.
I know.
Actually, ooh, it's great. It's great. Great art, great story.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, I guess it's my goal. I will preface by saying that my ranking, if I could rank all of them at number 1, I would. Let me just say that. So my ranking is not in terms of good bad, it's in terms of how strong of a story, how strong of characters they are. Like in terms of like the reimagining. So at the bottom of my ranking goes to Absolute Flash. I love everything that Absolute Flash is doing. I do think past issue, okay, not many issues are out, but like I really want them to get into what happened to Barry Allen, what's the whole deal with happening with Barry Allen. Like I feel like the whole thing about Wally's like on the run, I think that could have been shortened down. But regardless, still amazing. I still love the writing. It's still so good. But yeah, so in terms of strength, out of relative to all the other runs, Absolute Flash is the weakest for me. My next one I think this is controversial, is actually Absolute Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
I hate to say it. The first 6 issues of Absolute Wonder Woman is cinema. After that, it's like, again, not that it's bad, but for me personally, it doesn't feel like the same kind of direction that the first 6 issues had. Like, I think the whole thing with like the Minotaur and the Labyrinth, in my opinion, I think that was a bit out of pocket. It was like, huh, we're going here now? Really? Okay. I mean, yeah, that's my thing. I do really like everything that's going on with Zatanna right now, so fingers crossed it gets better for me. So yeah. And then above that is Absolute Manhunter. I think Manhunter is its own unique form of artistry and mastery that I have not read many comics that get to that level of artistry. And that's something that I'm really impressed with as well. I know a bunch of people who just don't like Absolute Manhunter. And
They're wrong.
And you know what I say to them? I say to them that the only thing that tells me is you don't read it. You like skim through the pages and that's it. You don't read it. And you're like, and you look at the art and you're like, you're trying to figure out what's going on in the art, but you can't because it's so abstract. So yeah, I think Manhunter is amazing. What else is there? Above Manhunter is Absolute Superman. Again, love everything Superman is doing. Yeah, I don't have that much opinion on Absolute Superman other than the fact that it's fantastic. So yeah, I don't really have bad things to say about it. My number 2 is Absolute Green Lantern. I think I have the exact opposite opinion that you have on Absolute Green Lantern. Like, respectfully, I think Absolute Green Lantern is amazing. What they are doing with Joe is so unique and so different that, by the way, I think like the core of her character and the strength of Joe's character is not explored that much in original continuity. In the Absolute Universe, it's amazing. Maybe that's just by virtue of her not being the main Green Lantern in the original continuity, maybe. But I just think she's such a compelling character, especially with all the things they're doing with like Sinestro and Kilowog. And bro, the way my jaw dropped when I saw Mogo as a Black Star, I was like, yo, this is fire, right? But yeah, that's something I really like. I'm also very Tomar-Ray biased. Tomar-Ray is one of my favorite Green Lanterns, and to see him as a Red Lantern is really cool. And then top of the list is Absolute Batman, man. Like you know it. Like it's so good. Like Scott Snyder is a madman, and he pulls it off every single time. The things I've seen in Absolute Batman are nightmare fuel. Like that comes from the mind of a deranged person, but I love Scott Snyder for it. It is amazing what he's doing. The writing is incredible. What's the last Absolute Batman issue you read?
It's actually the one before the conclusion of the Bane arc. I think I'm behind by at least 2, maybe 3. It's the one where
I think now that Joker is out, I think you're behind by like 3.
Yeah, the last one I saw was where like it was intercut between Batman preparing to fight Bane and also him training Wayland for like a boxing match, something like that.
Did you read the issue with Bane's origin story?
Yeah, I did. That was a great single issue.
That was so good. Like, I love the whole thing about like Alfred just telling him about these people and then Bruce just being completely in the dark. After I read Joker like yesterday, I was like, Bruce, it's time to hang up the cowl, man. Like, get out of Dodge, get out of the Gotham City. Like, you gotta pack it up. This guy's insane. Like, you defeated Bane. Like,
yeah,
it's
for
crazy.
my ranking was like up until 2 issues behind
Yeah,
everything. Yeah, I'll just have to say that first.
yeah. Just to preface, Sean's ranking is because he's a bit behind on some of the runs, so he doesn't know like what's recently happened. So like for example, like you don't know what's going on with like Wonder Woman and Zatanna and stuff, right?
Yeah, as of December 2025, I'm behind by at least 2 and possibly 3 on each of the runs. Yeah.
Ooh, but next Absolute Batman issue is the crossover between Batman and Wonder Woman.
I feel like that gives me some time to catch up because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be banger. It's gonna be so good. Yeah.
All right, then.
That is the Absolute Universe. Ooh, I think we talked for a really long time for this one.
Yeah.
But it is okay. I think we're gonna end things here. Again, just a reminder, we do have a Google form where you can put in all your hot takes, all your spicy takes. It is a way for you to be engaged with the podcast and for us to, kind of get to know our viewer base a little bit more, and then we can discuss it. It's how you become a part of our podcast. But yes, do all the YouTube things, subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever you do. Go follow our Instagram. We're gonna be posting clips up there, hopefully, if I have time to edit. But yes, thank you for joining our DC rant, and we will see you next time.
See you in the next one. Yes. Bye.
Yeah.